So, four-wheel drive A main number 1 warming up. Your drivers: Michael Orlowski, Bartosz Selewski, Brock Champlin, Marcus Karup, Bjorn Neumann, Mika Widmeyer, Clement Boda, Tommy Hall, Lee Martin and Alexander Landon will do battle. And championship all to play for. Your main contenders: Michael Orlowski, Marcus Karup. I think Mika Widmeyer is also in there. So the championship wide open, but it's fair to say Orlowski is looking primed, having taken TQ with 3-round wins. The all-white Schumacher car will be looking to take it to first in this.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Thank you very much, Tom Cockrell, for your input. Been great to have you here today commentating on a couple of races. Michael Orlowski, of course, starts on pole. His friend and understudy, Bartek Zalewski, second. Brock Champlin third, and Karup in fourth. This is going to be a high-paced, energetic final. And I hope there's no major incidents. There's a lot of firepower up the front. Will Zalewski be the rolling roadblock? Oh, Orlowski's away straight away. Champlin is looking at the back of Zalewski as Orlowski has a bobble. It is bunched at the front as they come down the straight for the first time. It is Michael Orlowski out in front. Bartek Zalewski, his understudy, in second. And Champlin. And I think that it's the Zalewski-Champlin-Karup battle that is going to be the one to watch. Very close there between Brock and Zalewski. I think Brock nearly had to back out of that. Let's see how this unfolds now. Things seem to settle down, and Orlowski, well, we just missed that. It appears that Karup ran wide up into the back of Champlin and just tagged him. Zalewski is up now behind Orlowski. Let's try and keep an eye on everyone. There's a lot to watch here. Champlin will not be impressed with that at all, I'm sure, as Karup has a good shot at actually out-jumping Zalewski, and he's through. Zalewski goes off at the top of the straight and drops right back to field. So, as predicted, Karup on a mission, and he is reining in Michael Orlowski at the front. Karup, of course, the four-wheel drive world champion, and he has Bjorn Neumann behind him. And problem for Zalewski, creating a problem for Neumann, which puts Misha Widmeyer now up into third. Somehow Karup, starting that all off, managed to come out with it the same place, still in second. So it's coming up to 2 minutes down. Orlowski now has a little bit of a lead, a few seconds after everybody behind him made a mistake. But the battle for second is on between Marcus Karup, Misha Widmeyer, Bjorn Neumann, and they are followed by Boda, Hall, Martin, then Alexander Landon and Brock Champlin way back in 10th. Brock went from challenging for the lead to 10th, showing you the pace. So I'm reliably informed. 2.5, is it, Tom? 2.5 seconds out in the lead. It is Michael Orlowski, followed by Marcus Karup, Misha Widmeyer in third, Bjorn Neumann fourth. So Karup brings it in 1/100th of a second. That is not going to be enough. And I have to say they look visibly closer. So we're down to 1.7 seconds now. So Karup on a mission. He is stunning over that tabletop as he lands the two back wheels and fires down. Here is Orlowski, your leader. We'll return to him. Then we have Corrupt, and the chasing pack not too far behind. There isn't a bobble in this, really. But Orlowski looks in control. Corrupt puts it sideways over the jump. 1 minute left. We're into the last minute, and Orlowski leads. The gap has stabilized. Corrupt giving it everything to catch up. And then we have the chasing pack, Widmeyer in third, Jorn Newman fourth, Boda in fifth, Hall in sixth, Martin in seventh, Champlin now up to eighth. 1.4 seconds now is the lead that Michael Orlowski has over Marcus Corrupt. There's only 30 seconds to go as Corrupt has an error. Well, that has caused Corrupt a second or so, I would imagine. And now the gap is bigger than it has been for quite some time. So it's this lap and one more. There is the leader, Michael Orlowski. He is through. Marcus Corrupt follows on. Widmeyer in third. Jorn now up to fourth. The two S-Works cars. But this is Orlowski's now to the finish line, and he is through. First final goes to Michael Orlowski. Second is Marcus Corrupt. Third Widmeyer, fourth Newman, fifth Boda, sixth Hall, seventh Martin, eighth Champlin, ninth Landon, and Zalewski was forced out early on after an incredible performance, but when Corrupt went up the inside of him, it was just a little bit too much pressure, and Zalewski put it off coming onto the straight and has done some damage. So, A main number one done.
So, A main number one done and dusted. Looked fairly comfortable out front. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. I think most of the other guys were a new tire. I saved my new set for later. So at the beginning they had a small advantage, and of course, a few nervous first laps. But I was able to keep in front, and then loads of stuff happening behind me, and Marcus taking guys out. So I just cruised around in the front. Then Marcus was second, but I just managed the gap until the end. And I always had a bit of space, and I could push a bit harder. So when there was like a minute to go and he was closing in, I pushed a little bit harder. Then he made a mistake. So I'll put a new set of tires now and just go again.
Okay, Marcus, leg number one done and dusted. Tough start from middle of the pack, but you got to the front and showed some extreme pace. How was it out there for you?
It was good. Quite a tangle with Brock, but I think it was it's side by side, so nothing there. But it was quite a roller coaster ride. A little bit of a slow start, for me. But we got there in the end and wished to catch Michael Orlowski, but there was nothing to do. So
I think the gap was about 2 seconds by the time you got to second place, so it was a bit too far. But hopefully next time maybe a bit closer when you get your way up there.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay.
So Mika, third in leg one, pretty good result for you. How was that?
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. I just tried to make no mistakes and stay behind the others and waited for some mistakes of them. Luckily, they did some mistakes, but at the end, I think the pace was good. We are learning run for run with our new forward drive, and so far it's looking pretty good. Also, I mean, Jorn and Clément, I think they were fourth and fifth. So I think it's a pretty strong brand result so far. So pretty good so far. Yeah,
3 cars in the A main, obviously on its debut. It's looking pretty strong. You must be happy with how it's performed.
Yes, of course. I mean, we already tested it on like 2 different tracks, but honestly, you can't compare them to that grip level you have here. So for us, it's the very first time to have it in these conditions. And for that, it's working pretty good. And so we are trying a lot of things, working together, and it's getting better and better.
Excellent. Well, good luck for leg number 2.
Thank you.